Welcome to Any Hoop Pod with your boy JC and my man
Goldie, Tommy
Goldstein.
Goldstein.
He's back.
Yeah.
And we were doing a special episode on the draft results, because they were crazy. The draft lottery results, not the draft results, but the draft lottery results. Some of the players we think should go in the draft, who should go where, how are these players looking, how they might fit in the NBA and for a team. You feel what I'm saying? Then we're going to talk about the playoffs, because obviously a lot of people's going on. A lot of people going fishing. So let's get into it. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you already subscribed, go ahead, hit that bell. You feel what I'm saying? So you are notified every time we drop something. But let's get into it. Draft lottery results are here. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. The Dallas Mavericks got the #1 pick after trading Luka, a former #1 pick. Somehow, some way, in their laps, a #1 pick has dropped. And a new franchise player has arrived. You feel what I'm saying? Wink, wink. I already told y'all the script was in when Luka got to LA. I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all the script was in. The NBA knew what they was doing, bro. And I ain't even mad at it, bro. You just saved Nico Harrison's life. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. They just saved his life. And I feel like that's something you gotta do as an NBA. If you force that man to trade him and you just hung him out there to dry, the least you could do is give him a #1 pick, man, at least. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But how you feel about Dallas getting the #1 pick? Did you guess it? Was it even on your radar? I don't think I heard anybody saying that. I think they had a crazy odds. What was the odds? Like a 1.8% chance. AI didn't even, not Allen, but the computer. AI didn't even think that they was gonna get the #1 pick. 1.8% chance. That's crazy. How you feel about that?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think I want to say, congratulations to Dallas.
Yeah.
You won the lottery. You captured the flag.
Y'all was
pun intended. And now you can progress with the franchise. I think idealistically, there's no way anybody thought Dallas was getting a #1 draft pick. They just competed in the bubble. I mean, I said the bubble.
They're playing. Yeah.
The play-in. They just competed in the play-in.
That's the hardest.
You know what it is? I thought about Anthony Davis. Yeah. And that's what made me say the bubble. Yeah. They competed in the play-in, so they had a chance to make it into the playoffs. And when you have that reality, you don't normally get a #1 draft pick to follow up with that.
You probably maybe top 15.
Right. Maybe you the
first to get out the playoffs, so we give you that. But at the same time, you probably don't get top 10.
You had a chance. Right. You had a chance. So to be in the lottery to me is kind of crazy. Yet and still, business is business.
Yeah.
So
it's booming.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, like business is business. Scrooge McDuck, Vegas, they all got it this time. And this was about the future. This was about the future. You needed someone to come in and replace what Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis is prepared to leave behind. And Cooper Flag is there to take that. And you got somebody who is definitely a potential generational superstar in talent, and his character seems very high character. Also, his personality, his ability to persevere through high pressure games, high pressure performances. I think they really came up with this one. Honestly, I think they were rewarded by the basketball gods. David Stern.
He reached down.
You know what I mean? And
he said, write it like this.
He said, write it like this.
Listen, I was going to say something since you brought it up. I fully apologize, Adam Silver. This is definitely an NBA, you feel what I'm saying? I didn't know what she was cooking up because at the beginning of the season, I was like, this is whack. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then Luka got traded, and I was like, whoa, we lit again. Then we got these playoffs, you feel what I'm saying? So, listen, you know what I mean? You got a potential Pacers versus Knicks, a historic one right there. You feel me? He cooking, bro. He cooking.
He doing
Dallas got the #1 pick. We thought he was done. They right back at it. You got a new Dirk? Oh my God.
I gotta say, it's been a good year for Nike and Jordan in general. The whole entire brand, like the sneakers have been crazy. The designs have been crazy. They brought back crazy retro Jordans and retro Nikes this year. And then you see basketball taking its leap as well. You see superstars like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton, who people was calling overlooked, and now he's on his way to the Eastern Conference Finals for a second year in a row. Yeah, that's crazy. So, you know, you're seeing these young stars and these young potential new storylines for the NBA going forward, which is a very profitable thing for them and Nike going forward. So, you know, just kudos to them for that. You know, I definitely can respect that, and I definitely recognize um, good game when I see it. You know, for sure. So, and that's what they're displaying. To get back to Cooper though, Cooper is definitely someone who we did not prepare. We were thinking, I was thinking honestly, like the Jazz, the Wizards, or the Hornets. You know what I mean? I thought, or maybe even Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn. It's been a while since Brooklyn got a number one. I thought maybe Brooklyn would have got number one. Um, I mean, you can't trade a Cooper Flag. You can't trade. If you trade Cooper Flag, then Brooklyn is that organization.
If anybody can trade them, Brooklyn can trade them.
Yeah, Brooklyn is also that organization that can land the Kevin Durant, land the Kyrie Irving, and land certain stars. You know, we actually,
even though they didn't want to.
You know, we're gonna talk about that later in the segment. How it may be a potential star possibly going to Brooklyn. So you know, yeah. So that's the number one draft pick, Cooper Flag, and yeah.
How you feel about his game? How you feel like he translate $4? How you see him fitting on dollars? You know what I mean? You know they need him.
Okay. You needed someone of his caliber going forward for the long run. Like when the injuries occur for Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. When, like for example, Kyrie is now out for the next year and a half, I believe.
At least this year, probably.
So it's gonna be Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag's team for this year coming up. We're gonna see what Cooper Flag is made of, as far as like what he's able to do against the actual stars of the NBA and be able to deal with the physicality, you know, things of that nature. Him being 18 years old, and I think he'll do good. I don't see any mishaps in his future outside of any injuries, and I don't think injuries will be a thing. I see like him being well taken care of, and you know, with his team and everything like that. So, and as far as his game, people are saying that basketball execs are comparing him to Jason Tatum. I've heard Scottie Pippen plus. I've heard Andre Kirilenko. This is a guy who can do anything that you need him to do. He's a jack of all trades. He literally comes in, he rebounds, he scores, he passes. He can read defenses. He can read offense. He's pretty much a coach on the field, kind of a young coach on the field at the small forward position with length, athleticism, and a scoring prowess. And that's something that you're gonna have to really deal with in the NBA. And you know, we're gonna see. Like,
match up with the Wings.
Absolutely.
The Conference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're looking to go to the finals. The Dallas, they are. I know they don't got Kyrie this year, but what they got like maybe like a 2-year window.
And when
Kyrie get back.
And when we think about the Wings in the West, who are we besides Jaden McDaniels?
We got Jaden McDaniels.
Probably
want to see Jalen Green.
Maybe Jalen Williams.
You might see Jalen Williams. You might see KD. We'll see.
I mean,
we don't know.
I don't think.
We're gonna see KD. Then you'll probably have to see some of those guards that play 2-3, like a D-Book.
I don't think any of those people that we naming would be a problem for him to match up with defensively or offensively. I see the athleticism and the skill set. I've seen it. I watched him play against professionals when he played the scrimmage with the U.S. national team. I seen his ability to be able to deal with the physicality, to run with the speed, the pace, be able to finish plays, especially important plays when you need them, especially coming off like alley-oops and cuts and hedges and things of that nature. This kid is special, and I don't doubt that. I think what you won't see like a huge scorer right off of the back. I think you're going to see somebody who's probably going to average around between 15 to 20 this year. I think it'll gradually increase over time, and I think you'll enjoy the game that he's displaying. Though it won't be a boring 15 to 20. Every play will be.
We'll see what happens.
It will be action packed.
Wemby, bro.
Especially him being a two-way player. Yeah, you don't really got a lot of two-way players in the game at that level, except for like Jimmy Butler, who's getting old, and you know what I mean, Jaylen Brown, who's who's playing for Boston. So it's like, yeah, you need somebody like this. And like I said, they compare him to Jason Tatum, so we're gonna see.
I hate that term, two-way player. I don't know if I ever explained it on the show, but I hate that term.
Yeah.
And when I got time, I will tell y'all why I hate that term. You know what I'm saying? At number 2, San Antonio. They think about Dylan Harper. How you feel about Dylan Harper? You think he should go number 2? You think he fit on the Spurs, or you think he might go somewhere else? You think the Spurs might go a different route?
Dylan Harper. So let's start by just saying Dylan Harper is a great player. People compare him to James Harden a little bit just because of the left-handed, gameplay. I think he's a little bit more good when going to the basket and being aggressive, cutting to the basket. Not saying James never was; he always was. It's just saying, I think his mindset is to go more to the basket than shoot the shot, whereas James would love to shoot. I think it's a little bit of. I think James loves to shoot. James loves to shoot at the free throw line, and James loves to shoot at the behind the line. That's James. What's it call him? Dylan. Dylan he wants to get kind of crack you and get to the basket. Almost like just kind of showing off his athleticism more so. I think what we'll see with him is possibly a trade, man. I don't know. We're gonna see because honestly, they don't need another guard. They just got De'Aaron Fox. They have the Rookie of the Year with Stephen Castle. They got Devin Vassell. They got I don't know what they're gonna do with Chris Paul, but I'm sure they're gonna make another guard acquisition. They got Branham off the bench. They got a couple, and they got 2 draft picks this year. They got 2 lottery picks this year. They might even be drafting Demon, whatever his name is, Denham, which is a 6'9" point guard coming out of BYU. Similar game to Josh Giddey. They say he's like a twitchy Josh Giddey or like a poor man Luka Doncic, whatever you want to, but he's 6'9", and that would be a good look for them off the bench behind De'Aaron. He can come along slowly and learn the game, and Pop isn't the coach anymore. Because he's taking over basketball operations, if I'm not mistaken. El Jefe. So we're going to see who the new coach is. Yet I believe in the future for the San Antonio Spurs. It looks bright.
So if they trade, who are you doing the trade for?
Dylan Harper. Well, there were talks of Giannis. We've now come to understand that Giannis would like to be in the East. He would like to stay in the East, from what is being said. So we'll get to that later. And I think him staying, with Giannis staying in the East, we'll get to it. It makes sense. It makes sense.
The West, Brian went over there. He's old, got a ring.
Yeah, that's true.
Go get you a ring.
We gonna get
West.
With Dylan. I think he would be a good piece if another guard is to get moved. Yet I wouldn't move because I see the consistency and the chemistry getting built. So I don't think that's a good idea to break the bunch up.
Where do you think he'll fit in if he can't fit in San Antonio?
I think I'm trading him for a small forward. I'm looking to bring a forward, and I'm looking to bring somebody in on the wing. So I'm going to be looking at, I don't know who may be available. I might go see if Chris Middleton could come in, bring some championship prowess. Chris Middleton would be a good acquisition for San Antonio. If they can't get him, I'll probably try to see
Chris Paul for all that.
I might see if I can
get hurt just as much.
Call about Brandon Ingram possibly.
No, that's nice, but that's nasty. Ingram in the Spurs jersey is nasty.
I might see if I can call about Brandon Ingram because
that's nasty.
Go
get Zion.
No, because
Zion don't want to be there. Go get Zion.
I thought about Zion, yet the thing with Zion is like we
he needs that culture though.
He needs it.
He needs that.
Yet
we need that. As
does San Antonio feel like doing it?
Yeah, for Zion.
Do they feel like doing it?
I'm sorry, I don't even mean to yell.
For
Zion?
Do they feel like doing it?
Yeah. Would you? Why not?
Because
Zion and Wemby, are you ridiculous?
Because look. we could do that.
What?
We could do that, right? We could do that with the Zion thing, right? Or if I'm San Antonio, I could trade the number 2 pick, take 2 spots back, and get 2 more picks. And now I like just compile picks and just wait until the future until somebody gets free. Then I go after who I want. So it's like, well,
these young boys staying. They get bread if they stay. These young boys staying. Like Ant not going nowhere. He gonna get them max. Like Tyler Britt not going nowhere. He gonna get them max. Like a wing. Like the wings we got the West guard, the West wings. They're staying. The ones that we just mentioned, they're staying. Then everybody else is getting old. You only got Giannis.
The NBA is becoming a bit of a full place. Every team has some sort of potential. They may not have a star yet.
That's why I'm saying go get Giannis.
To go get Giannis though, that's the thing. He don't want to go there because he doesn't want to go.
I'm sorry, Zion. Go get Zion.
To go get Zion it's
worth it.
It's a risk. It's a risk that San Antonio may not want to take though.
They may feel as though they can get to unless it's Utah, they got it to take the risk. They got enough in the bank. Like they can pay the bill.
They could. Who wants to pay the bill though?
For Zion,
he gonna play 25, 30 games. And the thing is, I like Zion. I like Zion.
He not.
I like
Zion. Gonna play 50 games.
He's not gonna play 50 games.
I promise you, he is gonna play 50
He's not gonna play 50
He don't want to play 50 games for New Orleans. Right? That's where he at, right? Yeah, he don't want to play for them. I'm telling you, he don't want to play for the Pelicans.
You think because he gets to San Antonio that the whole mentality of those 4 years that he just spent changes?
No, because I think the media think it's a mentality. That's why you hear on Any Hoop podcast right here.
It ain't got nothing to do.
No, I'm telling you, hear me out. Man. I feel like the media think it's mentality. I don't think it's mentality with him. Because when I hear him speak, and when he go on these platforms that he can actually speak, and people not demonizing him, he actually be like, no, I be trying. But I don't think the environment that he got going on over there, I don't think it's conducive to what's going on over there. Why Brandon Ingle can't get right? Why can't none of the other players get right, bro? What's his name was over there? He was going through it. McCollum. He over there, he be going through it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Something not right in the water over there, bro.
It's not true. It's not true.
New Orleans is good. That's not a good organization. Just I'm sorry, New Orleans, but sell the team.
Just a couple years ago, New Orleans was the 4th or the 5th seed in the Western Conference.
Cause Zion was there.
Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson were playing, and they were going at all cylinders. The thing is that they need to be able to stay engaged. They need veterans, and they need players that are ready to win. They did not put those players in position, and they didn't re-sign Brandon Ingram for the long term.
That's why he didn't want to go. That's why Zion don't want. If they not signing my mans for the long term, who's supposed to be the number 2?
The Pelicans is not, from what I've seen, they're not a good organization so far.
He gotta go.
Yet and still, Brandon Ingram and and Zion Williamson still have things to prove though. That doesn't let them off the hook just because.
And then what? How much you think he really got to do with Wemby over there? Wemby can do everything.
Zion got a better chance going to the Wizards or something, man. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Y'all just want to kill this kid's career.
No,
the Wizards.
He just need to go. He need to go somewhere where.
Go to Boston for all that.
Where they don't have beignets and they don't have fancy food.
Y'all be talking about my man Fat, bro.
He go to the Wizards.
He doing the James Harden. I'm trying to tell you. Go. And you heard it here first. When he get to a new team, watch he come out looking like Iron Man or something. He go look like Brian, bro.
He go to the Wizards. He go train with Javonte Davis in Baltimore. He can get in shape. You don't got to go to San Antonio. It's like you have to come. It's not just about being in shape.
But you think
he go to San Antonio?
I think he got the mentality.
I don't think so. It's not proven yet.
He won't win.
It's not proven yet.
He won't win, bro.
It's not proven yet.
He won't win, and he can't win in New Orleans.
If you really want to win, the first thing you need to do is to keep yourself in shape.
He don't want to keep himself in shape for New Orleans, bro. He want to be traded like James Harden.
You making millions of dollars. There ain't no excuse why you ain't in shape. I don't give a damn where you live at. You making millions of fucking dollars. Do what you gotta do.
He doing what he gotta do to get traded.
Do what you gotta do.
Bro. I'm trying to tell
There's no excuse.
We out.
Listen to
him, bro. We out.
And
bro.
look,
San Antonio.
Trade him. I just don't like him in San Antonio.
Bro, him and Wemby is ridiculous, bro. I want to know y'all opinions in the comments.
I don't like
Wemby and Zion duo. That, bro, the league over. League is over, bro. League is over, bro. Imagine Shaq and Olajuwon on the same team.
I like Wemby and Giannis way more than I like Wemby and Zion.
You just said Giannis don't want to go.
I
like that better too.
And I know we trying to find an explosive player to put next to Wemby, and I get that. Yet we got to pick. We have to pick the right explosive player to go. Zion might not be in the league too much longer, depending on how shit go.
If he stay on New Orleans,
shit. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to point out. I'm like, I gotta see the boy actually want to play.
I seen it, bro. When he in the game, bro, can't nobody stop me, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
When he in the game, he been playing like 6 games.
Every time he in the game, bro,
he played like 6 games.
They need them 6 games, and he be like, all right, I got you.
They need them 6 games. It's 82 games in the season. They need them 6.
They do be needing them 6, bro.
I just hope one of them 6 is in the playoffs if they can make it to the playoffs.
That's how he be getting up to them little play-in games, bro. That's how he be getting them there, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
So yeah.
Number 3, the home team, Philadelphia 76ers, bro. We are predicted to take Ace Bailey. Everybody's saying that we're going to take Ace Bailey. How you feel about Ace Bailey? Do he fit on the Sixers? Is that something we need right now? Ace Bailey? Because we don't got Paul George. You know what I'm saying?
Ace Bailey. I like Ace at the number 3 pick for Philadelphia. I think he does a lot for them on the wing position. I think he's interchangeable between the 3 and the 4 and a little bit of 2 because he's kind of quick. If they can get him out there on the 2. I know my guy, what's his name? Not my guy. Not my guy. What's his name though? The one who plays next to Maxey in the backcourt.
Jeremy McCain?
Yeah, McCain. They about to get McCain back. You know,
that's my guy.
You put Paul George on either one of the forward positions because he's good with defense either way, and then you put Joel Embiid out there. He don't want to play the 4, but he did mention that it's easy defensively for him to play the 4, and it takes away, you know, some of that responsibility of carrying offense a little bit because at the 4, as long as he on that corner, he hit that 3. He can hit certain spot up shots. He's pretty much more effective like that at this stage.
I want to like that.
Yeah.
Because everything you just said Tobias can do, and he's way too good. Like,
he is.
That's ridiculous.
He is.
That's not what you're here for, Paul George.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
How is Ace Bailey's defense? Because when you at that 4 spot, bro, you got to play Giannis, bro. You know, you got a couple 4s in there that you got to play Evan Mobley, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? And then they might have you stick. The shooting guard position.
Yeah.
Stick with Jalen Brunson, OG. Can he defend those guys or who?
He gonna struggle a little bit in the beginning. Personally, only because he gonna have his plays where you see like the blocks from off the off ball block. You're gonna see like steals getting caught like in the pass lanes. You're gonna see those things. One-on-one, he's not strong enough yet to be able to stand in front of certain forwards and certain people defensively. They're going to bump him off and make it to the basket. So he's going to have some trouble there for a little bit. Okay. Once he gets stronger and establishes a stronger base, he'll be a lot better and a lot more effective in that area.
So we put him more on guards.
Yeah, from the rip, I think he needs to be defending guards, and that's why I said you're going to see him at the 2 a little bit, right. Because it's going to be times where I think McCain will get switched over to the point, and then you'll see him at the 2, and you know things will transition. Because I think the Sixers got a couple people on the wing that they still got to play, like Grimes and everybody like that. So you'll see it. It'll be
We're not really deep at the wing position. That's why we got Paul George in the first place.
We added a couple like Grimes off the bench. He had this 50-point game. There's a couple other I just can't think. The other kid Edwards, the one that hit the 3.
We do got Edwards.
They got a couple people. They got some young people. You know what I mean? So we gonna see. We
got a young team for real.
Yeah, The transition from if we were to transition from Joel Embiid this season. If we was to do that this season, this would be the perfect time. Because we got the forwards and we got the people on the wings. We got the people who can hit the shots. If we just get a basic center, a center that can hit a shot, and we can just get a basic center. If we can get Shit, we could take
Steven Adams.
yeah, we take Steven. We could take he'd be great setting screens and getting defensive and just providing a strength down low. Pause. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I can see a lot of that being a possibility. It's some centers out there I can't really think. I would have to laptop pull them up on my phone. Matter of fact, I'll post them up on my phone. Yeah, well, it's a potential. We'll see. Because there's gonna be some people, and I know Brook Lopez gonna have to leave soon anyway. Because if Giannis is definitely leaving, Bobby Portis' contract is about to be up too, so that's another potential center.
I like how they did my man Bobby over there, bro. His role to Taurean Prince.
I know OG Bobby. Yeah.
OG Bobby don't know what to do when he fit the team. And that's right when you bring Doc on your team.
Right.
I knew Giannis was gonna leave, bro. Yeah. But my whole plan was. See, like 2 years ago, that's what I said, bro. At the end of last season, I told the people, I was like, look, we gonna play good enough to get bounced in the second round. That did not happen.
Right.
But I thought we was gonna play good enough to get bounced in the second round, and I thought Embiid was gonna have a solid year. That did not happen. Yeah. But I thought that was gonna happen. And then here's the Bucks side. This is where I was right. Yeah. I knew the Bucks was gonna have a terrible year because I was like. They had a terrible year as soon as they got Doc. And I was Giannis not going to blame Doc yet.
He not.
But he going to get a full year with Doc, and he going to blame Doc. Watch. And they had a bad year. And I was like, he going to want to leave. And I thought we was going to be able to swap. And B got hurt. My plan, bro. Y'all see me cooking. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah. Y'all see me cooking. I already told y'all it was going to happen in Milwaukee, bro. But I ain't thinking. I thought we had one more year with Embiid knees. I thought we had one more year, bro. Yeah. Then Paul George with a bone bruise, bro. You couldn't get my man to the playoffs. Oh!
Yeah.
But we professional here. We don't
have time. I like the future though. I like the future for Philly though.
I do too. It's just
we
had the process, bro, and this is what I'm scared of. We had the process, and now we transition into another process. I don't know what we're gonna call this era, but we in the Maxey era. We in the McCain era. We got some Edwards over here, bro. We in the young era now. Our team is pretty young. We got a pretty young team.
We got a young team. Yeah, we going to do great. We still got a nice trading chip in Joel Embiid. Somebody's gonna bite. It's a dumb GM every day. Somebody gonna bite.
I mean, and then side note, shout out to Joel Embiid because I didn't think he was gonna play this long. Period. Yeah. I never even thought he was gonna get on the court because we just had Andrew Bynum. Yeah. When we got him, and I was scarred for life.
Andrew Bynum. Hey. All I remember is the David Buster meme and shit when he had he playing the damn racing game. He's like, yo, ain't you supposed to be on the court, bro? Like, yeah. So yeah, I remember that. We spent a lot of money on that too.
See? My dog. He know. He remember. He was there. And if you was there, Philly, you remember we had Andrew Bynum. He did not play. We spent a lot of money on him. I was scared because I seen Embiid come and didn't play for his first 2 seasons. I already wrote him off. I was like, oh, he's not going to play. Just like my man ain't play. And we back here to square one. And I just start getting flashbacks to how bad it was with Samuel Dallenberg and Corey and No Allen Iverson and Iguodala just sitting there. And they talk about the new AI. And I'm just like, no. This is not it.
No, it's not.
At least we had hip-hop. We don't even got hip-hop anymore.
No.
So I'm just saying. Yeah. Transitioning from this process to the next process, you think they'll actually do this one right? You think you see a future where we can at least get out the second round?
I think
like Eastern Conference Finals at least.
I think Daryl Morey is out to prove that he's a good GM.
He cooking.
I think he's out to prove that he can make moves and create a championship team. And I think that as long as he's in Philadelphia, that's going to be his plan. And moving Joel Embiid is probably number one on the list of the process, the new process.
I should have told y'all that too. Y'all should have talked to me. I should have been consultant, bro. I would have took $50. Cool, $50, bro. I would have told you, just trading, bro. Cool, $50. That's all that would have, bro. Yeah. Or maybe just some tickets.
Yeah.
20% off some tickets, bro. Yeah. I could have told y'all. I could have gave y'all the whole plan, bro.
Y'all probably
would have shot Embiid's knee up with all types of dope. Yeah. And go out there and play solid. So y'all can trade it, bro, because that's what organizations do. Yeah. And I would have told y'all, bro. This is the year to do it. But y'all, I wasn't there. Y'all should have called me. Watch the show.
Them MVPs, we got them.
Watch the show, bro. They gotta watch the show, bro. I told y'all 2 years ago. All right, number 4, we got Charlotte Hornets. VJ Edgecombe. failing. Heard about this kid a lot. How you feel about it?
Okay, so at number 4, I actually got Trey Johnson going.
You got Trey Johnson
going to the Hornets. There's a couple different mock drafts out there,
right,
so we all collect the information different ways, but it's all going.
All right, let's go with your pick. You think the Hornets should go with Trey Johnson?
Because I'm gonna touch on I pause. I'm going to discuss VJ Edgecombe and we need comic relief too. Right. You know what I mean? That's what we need it for. All right, so no, Trey Johnson though. I got him at number 4. Trey Johnson out of, I believe, Texas.
Texas.
Shooting guard out of Texas. The guy he's a bucket. Great handles, good shot making ability from all 3 levels. Can get to the basket, get in the mid range, can hit from behind the line. A guy that you don't mind having the ball and letting him just create a play. Let him do what he's gonna do. This is somebody that you can rely on. I would say like a good number 2 on the team, potentially a number 1 if he could potentially up his skill set and up his defense.
I don't know Hornets. Melo even.
Yeah, like with the Hornets though, they really need a shooting guard, and I think
they need a number 2 period.
Yeah, and I think Trey Johnson would be like a really good safe bet, especially offensively. He will really match well like off the wing with Melo coming off of those passes and those pick and roll screens and things of that nature. I think he's going to be really good for that. So I think that's something that the Hornets will probably look at more so than VJ Edgecombe. And VJ Edgecombe is a good player. It's just that when we talk about catching and shooting, that's more Trey Johnson. Like Trey Johnson is, he could catch and shoot. He could also have the offense and be able to run it. So it's it just depends. I think that would be a better fit for the Hornets when you think about their offensive repertoire that they already have in place. I think when Melo plays, they look like
because Melo doing everything. I don't really I couldn't tell you what. All right, I can tell you this. Lakers love to run horn set. They do, they do Luka. They used to have Brian and AD when they got Brian and Luka on the elbows.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Got somebody run down and jump. You feel what I'm saying? Boston, 5 out. They do a down screen on the side. They try to get some action over there.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Warriors. Same thing with 2015.
Everybody play the same.
Damn near.
Yeah.
Damn near.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Hornets are doing.
I mean, that's
and
why
Memphis play different too. That's why I hate watching them too. That's why I don't watch college basketball. They play like college basketball.
That's crazy. The Hornets, they really need LaMelo to stay healthy. LaMelo is like each team is pretty much playing the same brand of basketball. Is the only thing that differentiates each team is the superstar players that are on their team that can do the little things that makes a difference. Like Shai Gilgeous hitting the mid-range shots and being able to get to the line undefeatably. You got Jokic that can do pretty much any type of play. You got certain teams that just have players that are just out of their minds when it comes to making plays. Anthony Edwards can get to the basket at will, being almost damn near 230 at the shooting guard position, at the guard position in general. It's just like those type of teams, when you have those players, you can bet on a special type of play being made. You know what I mean? And for that, you need a LaMelo Ball to be healthy.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? You need him to be there. Like, what's the other kid that they got at the forward position?
Miller.
Brandon Miller is really good.
Brandon Miller's good.
He's good. He down there. You know what I mean? He dunking on people. He hitting the shot. He doing really good. Yes, he doing a really good job.
Ceiling.
And them adding Trey Johnson he's going to produce right away. There is no when you give him the ball. Pause. You let him do his thing. He gonna get a bucket. There ain't no question about that. So he gonna get that's guaranteed 15, 16 points.
Rock.
You know what I mean? Guaranteed all in the rookie season. I'm guaranteeing that. Yeah, guaranteed 15, 16 points at least. Yes.
So you probably have then Edgecombe going at 5.
Yeah, I got Edgecombe going at 5. I got the Jazz. The Jazz can't pass up on VJ. VJ is potentially Dwayne Wade. Potentially, if he can get, and when I say that, I'm talking about his athleticism and his basketball prowess, his ability to do certain plays and stuff like that. He has that much athletic. He's that phenomenal of an athlete.
Sheesh.
So
I ain't hear that in a while because I feel like Shea is D-Wade right now.
Shea to me, he'd play like Michael Jordan without a jump, without a vertical.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that here, bro.
Shea.
I just told him last episode he wasn't Jordan, bro.
Shea play like Michael Jordan without a vertical. That's how Shea play. Like to me, you know what I mean?
Shea play like old Wade, bro. Remember Wade used to do the and then jump into you and all that.
Wade got that from Jordan. That's what I'm saying. Like that,
right.
Jordan, you know,
He looked different doing it.
He did because Wade is, you know, his own brand.
He looked that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, same thing.
Shea got that Wade brand of it.
I can see that.
That Wade brand.
I can see that because he go for the contact layup.
He get a little shifty.
Like when Mike would do the contact layup, it would be because he's not really looking for it. It's because they're trying to really grab him and stop him because he's that dominant. Like
Anthony Edwards. I feel like he looked more like Mike. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's just going to the rim and y'all doing whatever y'all. Well, not no more. Most people just move out the way now. But you feel me? They used to try to do what they can to stop him. It just wasn't working.
Anthony really does look like Mike.
I watched I went to a live game with him versus the Sixers, bro.
You seen a live?
I seen a live, bro. He missed a dunk. You can feel a highlight reel with his missed dunks. This man almost dunked an Embiid, bro. It didn't go in, but he was up there. Bro. If he would have, bro, that would have been a dunk of the century. Embiid, oh my god, and Embiid had like 70 that night. That was that night.
Oh, it was that night.
It was that night. Yeah.
I was there one of the nights when I think when Maxey scored 50. That was that night.
It was one of them nights, bro.
That's cool.
It was crazy, bro.
VJ Edgecombe though is absolutely a potential premier superstar caliber player if he can reach his potential. That means, listen, NBA players, Cameron just said it the other day on It Is What It Is. I was watching it. He talk about it. Talking about how people relying too much on their athleticism. I heard LeBron said it. I heard a lot of players say in the NBA, players is bums for real. They just rely on their athleticism and their ability to jump high and run fast. So what I would say is that if VJ Edgecombe can develop a jump shot, and if he can develop some skill sets, some footwork, he could really be something really, really special. So just look out for him at number 5 with the Jazz, because the Jazz, they're not going to pass up on him.
I find that a little, not you.
Yeah.
But I find the old heads who saying that a little hypocritical because y'all old now. So y'all know more. They know more. They know all the stuff. They know all the tricks and all that. Of course, Brian said that. He probably looking at everybody like, y'all are idiots. Like, I'm going to go to this place. That's why he's still playing. He's like, I'm going to go to this space right here. I'm going to wait for Blue to go, forget about me, turn his head over here. He think I'm slow because I'm 40.
Right.
Cut. Right here. Watch him catch this ooh. Paul George thought he was going to lay it up. He got dunked on.
That's true.
That's when he was in L.A. He wasn't over here.
That's true.
He got dunked on. He was just like,
PG definitely flushed on, cuz. I definitely remember that.
It was like, damn. He said, I tried to get out the way.
Yeah.
Then I looked and I was like, oh, I hope he's laying it up. Then he was like, he's not laying it up.
He's not laying it up.
He is not laying it up. All right, anybody outside the top 5 that we should look out for that can translate and make some noise right away their rookie season?
Oh yeah, we gotta look at. Let's bring up the board real quick, just so I can, because I got names in my head. I just don't want to overlook anybody in particular order.
What about Jeremiah Fears? I heard a lot about him.
Jeremiah Fears is a starting level point guard. He's gonna run. He's one of the youngest players in college. His speed is phenomenal. He's able to get to the basket at will. He can run an offense. He has his ability to play make, and he can hit from all 3 levels as well. He's another potential starting guard. Like he's one of the first. He's gonna be one of the first guards off the board for sure.
And then who you got winning Rookie of the Year?
Cooper Flag, absolutely. Cooper Flag is gonna be a cultural phenomenon.
Nobody got a shot. It's like Wemby joint. I seen Wemby coming.
I don't want to name this factor, but I'm gonna be real. He is a young white American male in Texas. He's about to be a cultural phenomenon.
He gave us the Kendrick Perkins.
American.
He gave us the Kendrick
American. He not Luka Doncic. He ain't from Slovenia.
Right, American.
They gonna put him on the front cover. Remember, like they said, the ketchup, the hot stuff, the mustard, all that. He basically Ricky Bobby. He basically Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. You know what I mean? And
we got another Larry Bird.
You know what I mean? He just so happens to be coming out of Duke instead of Kentucky. Yet he's about to be running the show for a second.
So no Dylan ain't got no chance.
Dylan Harper gonna have a great career. It's just he's not gonna be. When you look back at this draft, he's gonna be named as one of the best out of this draft, hands down for sure. It's not even a question. Most left-handed guards are really, really good. So we're gonna see, like Michael Redd, like James Harden, like Manu Ginobili. I don't know if Monte was left-handed. Monte was cool though.
Cold.
Yet you're going to see a lot of VJ. I mean, Ace is going to be really good. VJ is potentially going to be really good. You're going to see Igor Denham may be really, really good. He might be another Luka Doncic. We don't know. We have to see. Kamen Maluach from Duke might be really good as a center. He's 7'1", 7'2". He can catch, shoot. He can rebound. He can defend. He can run. He has the athleticism. He could be really good. We looking at a really good draft right here.
I was about to ask you, is this one of them drafts?
This is like one of those drafts.
90,
absolutely.
96, 97, 96. That's when AI was
doing. Absolutely. This is that.
This is one of those.
This is that. This is that.
This is the first draft that people saying that, and I don't feel that way.
Let me see. Let me see. I gotta bring. I'm trying to bring up.
I don't know, y'all. I'm not too sold on this Cooper Flag kid. I hope he's good though. I don't wish nothing bad on him. I need to see it.
I'm trying to bring up draft room. My bad.
I'm waiting for him on the NBA.
You waiting for him on the NBA circuit?
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to get to the NBA. I want to see him play against grown men. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him really. Give me 16.
Okay, so let's take a look real quick. We got. Oh yeah. Jeremiah Fears is really good. You got to also look out for Derek Queen and Con Kneppel.
Con Kneppel
from Duke. Yeah. Con Kneppel is he's a great all around player.
That shooting in the draft?
No, that's Liam McNeely. Okay. Liam McNeely. He's gonna go top 10 too. You're gonna see. Liam McNeely is one of the best shooters in the country. What I was gonna say, Liam McNeely is Con Kneppel is a really good shooter as well, though. Very good knockdown shooter. Very sound basketball mind. He makes very, very good basketball plays. He's somebody you would look at like a George Niang or those type of players that have like really, really good high basketball IQ and that can make really, really good basketball plays. Somebody you would love to have on your playoff team or whatever, because you know he's going to hit those shots and he's going to pass the ball when it's time. He's just a good overall sound basketball mind that you wouldn't mind having on your team. Then you got Derek Queen, who potentially could be the next Alperen Sengun. So we're going to see.
Even though he held down them in the playoffs, he really did. Because Jalen Green is showing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on him.
On Alperen Sengun?
I see a lot of bad shots to take. Not like as far as like that was a dumb shot to take. More as like, why'd you shoot it like that?
Okay, yeah, I got you. Alperen has his shot selection could be a little better.
That's a unique way of like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he do 1 foot lean when he didn't have to.
Like a Euro type of step when in an unnecessary situation.
Yeah, like when Jokic do it, it's like, all right, I see why you did that. You know what I'm saying? That made sense.
Right.
He's a smart basketball player. A lot of people probably wish they could do that. Right. When Sengun do it, he look like he copying Jokic. He's like, you just trying to look like Jokic. Right?
Possibly, yeah. I'm sure he is. I mean,
on his Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan type situation.
Yeah, Jokic is a generational talent. I'm sure he is.
Sometimes you gotta act like greatness. You gotta emulate greatness to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To find your way to greatness. So I see you. You know what I'm saying? I just try hard.
Yeah, Derek Queen for sure could be a potential Jokic, Alperen Sengun type player. Look out for him. You got Carter Bryant, who's pretty good wing player. The Rockets might select him, and then I'm looking at Kasparis Yakoshonis, who is 6'6", 6'5" point guard out of Illinois. He's really good. People call him like a shorter another shorter Luka Doncic, poor man. I think that's like a lazy comparison because
I know
it's hard to find, and that's kind of how Kasparas plays. He's a player who can get the rebounds, get the assists, play a little bit. I would say Josh
could
too.
do all that and give you 40. Come on.
Yeah, I would say Josh
These
too.
These players not giving you 40, and he can do 40 as soon as he got to the league.
Yeah.
Luka one of them. That's why I'm like, I ain't see like everybody saying Cooper Flag gonna be one of them. You feel what I'm saying?
Cooper Flag already has like a 40-point game in his college career, if I'm not mistaken. He's already proven that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's tough.
He's already proven that his college, like he's shown in college, he literally showed his entire repertoire. He was like, I can do everything. That's why people are selecting him number one. It's not
everything in college.
He can do
everything.
And there you go.
That's what I want to say. What can you do in the league?
I think it's gonna be easy him being next to Anthony Davis though.
It is though. That's the best. Look at the Lakers now. Yeah. All of a sudden, can't nobody play defense. You're like, oh man, can't nobody play defense. Y'all are pretty bad at defense.
What Chuck say? Luka can't guard a chair. He can't guard a fold up chair.
That's not his job. I hate that. I hate when y'all say that. My man give you 80 points.
Yeah.
Bro, 45 points, bro.
Right.
You go guard.
Right.
I'm tired. You already called me fat and out of shape.
Right.
So you know I can't do both. So go ahead and somebody help me.
They might have to get
Dallas built a perfect team for him. That's why I'm mad he got traded. He would have won a ring with that team. For sure. They built a perfect team. They had all these defenders to help him defend. All he had to do was do this.
Right.
And play the pass lane. Like
speaking of Dallas is most apt because I know people have been speaking about Dallas potentially trading the number 1 draft pick to add a veteran to go along to play with Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, whether it's Devin Booker, whether it's any of those other players. Yeah, they talked about Giannis too.
Unless it's Giannis or KD.
You know what I mean? They talk about all these players. I think Dallas is going to do an injustice to the fan base if they don't keep Cooper Flag. They have to keep Cooper Flag for the potential of the future. It's not just about winning today or tomorrow because, to be honest, even if they do make the trade for Cooper Flag and bring in another superstar, it don't guarantee a championship.
I was going to ask you, though, if they do win the championship with that trade, do you think all forgiven?
Possibly like when LeBron brought in AD to the Lakers, possibly. Yeah, you kind of look at that too. Like, all right, the Lakers won that one championship in the bubble. Then after that, they've been bounced in the first round or eliminated or playing in the play-in every year. Like, you know what I mean? They got Luka. It's better days coming. Better days on the way.
We get a center, bro. Listen.
Better days on the way.
Giannis, what you doing? You trying to win?
Yeah.
You trying to win with your fellow European brother over here, Luka?
I think they got a better shot at getting Vucevic or Brook Lopez, which would be Brook Lopez would be actually not bad for them.
No,
defensively and hitting the threes, that's not bad for them, bro.
That's not him no more, bro.
He still do that.
No,
he still do that.
He could no. It's gonna look bad in LA. Why? You say that now, but when people get to LA, they cannot play. And so coming down from where he at now to LA, where people just automatically don't play that good, and then people automatically don't play that good next to Bron for whatever reason, because that's a thing too. All of a sudden you was a spot up shooter, now you can't shoot over here now. I get you wide open jumpers. That's weird.
I mean,
so like
they do need a lob threat, so I would say like
we can't do nothing with Brook.
I would say like to have.
We really need somebody like Clint Capella, not Clint Capella specifically, but somebody like that. I know that's like kind of what Jackson Hayes is, but we need somebody smart up here. Clint Capella was smart up here. He was playing with James Harden. He knew what was going on. He wasn't just jumping for no reason. Man, he knew what was going on. We need a smart player, bro. I wish we had somebody like Zubac.
Zubac will be a perfect addition. They traded Zubac though. That's what the Lakers do. So
they can get him back. It's the Lakers, bro.
So the Dallas is definitely going to keep Coop for the long term. We already know that. And
they might not, bro. They traded Luka.
We going.
Don't do it. I'm just saying.
They gonna keep him.
It's a chance. Just like it was a 1% chance. I get it.
You know how much money Cooper Flag is about to generate for Dallas.
Is it going to be enough for the casino?
It's going to be more than enough, bro.
You think so?
Yes. Ticket sales, jersey sales, all of those endorsements. He's about to make mad bank down there. Just trust me.
You're not the only one who told me this.
You're gonna see.
4-5 was on here. 4-5 telling me all the time that Cooper. He been telling me for years that Cooper Flag really like that.
He is.
And I just don't believe it. So I gotta see it.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see.
I hope.
You're gonna see. It's gonna be cool. So in the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
The Spurs, they really could make that trade for Giannis. They really could.
Go do that.
Like if they really, I think
gotta want to be there though. I'm hearing he don't want to be there, bro.
He don't want to be there because he really wanted to be his team, and that's the issue.
I feel you. It's not your team.
It's not gonna be your team because it's Wemby team.
It's
Wemby team.
League though, so he better get with the program. If he want to stay around, because he's gonna be here longer than Bron.
Right.
He's gonna be here longer than KD.
Right.
Probably longer than Steph.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a little younger than him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be too much longer, but he's gonna be here longer than him. He better get with the program, bro. This is Wemby world. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It is.
Come on, bro.
It's still Giannis. He's out of Milwaukee.
He's great.
He's out of Milwaukee. Milwaukee doesn't have what it takes to compete going forward. Damian Lillard just broke down like a pile of bricks, and they about to go into a full rebuild. And that's fine. The Milwaukee needs to. It's around that time. They lost Chris Middleton. They traded for Kyle Kuzma, who put up a 0 piece in the last game.
I mean, it looked
in
good.
One of the games in the playoffs. It was just pitiful.
As like on paper as a trade, like we're gonna shake it up. We're gonna go get Chris Middleton.
Right.
Not Chris Middleton. We're gonna get Kyle Kuzma for Chris Middleton.
Right.
But like you said,
So
I knew it wasn't gonna work out.
So potential destinations for Giannis, realistically, from what I'm hearing, is going to be Brooklyn. It's going to be Toronto. And it's going to be Miami. Miami. Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Bam. The defense over there.
That's the issue right there though. Because if he go to Miami, they're saying potentially they might have to part ways with Bam. Because they're saying they don't have enough capital to bring Giannis in and keep Bam too.
You keeping Bam or you keeping Tyler Hero? Right. So that's the real question. Who would you part ways with? I'm gonna tell you right now, America. Tyler Hero can go. That shooting stuff is cute, but we need defense. I'm not gonna lie. He don't play a lick of defense, bro. He do not score enough to justify that.
I might have to keep Bam. I might have to keep Bam.
This man don't score enough for me to be like, let's just keep him out there. He shoots just a little bit better than Duncan Robinson.
I might have to keep Bam. You absolutely need a shooter to pair with Giannis, though.
You do, though.
So that's why I'm like,
that's true.
That's why I'm like, I'm not too sure. Maybe,
all right.
maybe we get rid of Bam and bring in another big man next to Giannis.
I was gonna say that's the angle right there.
Or we let Giannis and Khalil Ware match up down there, because then you got them 2 7-footers down there, and now the backcourt looks crazy. Before, because now they was used to playing small ball. Now they're gonna be playing two bigs. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Where's Miami in the
draft? Miami might be down there. They might be about 20, 18, 19, yeah.
You just said too.
Liam McNeely.
That's what they got. That's what they ESPN predicted to go to.
So that would make sense. If they get somebody like him, then you wouldn't mind getting rid of Tyler Hero. You'd be like, all right, go ahead, Tyler. You can go ahead. You know what I mean? So
go ahead. Yeah, we about to get Giannis and Bam.
Realistically, though, I'm looking at Usai Ujiri to try to bring in Giannis to Toronto for that Brandon Ingram and Emmanuel Quickly and that draft pick. Because that's going to be the quickest thing, the most easiest thing. It's going to make sense for Milwaukee. It's going to make sense for Toronto, and it'll be the thing. It makes a lot of sense for Giannis, because Giannis will be able to take full control over that team. It'll be his team at that point. Scotty Barnes, you keep Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett, you keep Grady, you keep Jamal Shead off the bench, Mogbo. You got the boy Battle off the bench, the left-handed small forward. He's really good. Yeah, I like Toronto keeping Jakob Poeltl too. So I think I think Giannis going over there would be a good job. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you can't sleep on that move. It's like when Kawhi went over there for that 1 year, that little rental year, and got a championship real quick. You can't sleep on that.
Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, great. They are not that.
Ain't nobody think Pascal Siakam and all of them was that.
No, he was
nobody.
that.
Nobody.
Yes, he was
before Kawhi Leonard got there. Nobody knew who.
The same Spicy P that he is right now. Yes, he always been that. All right, how about this?
Nobody knew Pascal Siakam before that. Nobody knew him.
Do you remember we got?
Nobody knew Fred VanVleet before that. Nobody knew them.
Hear me out. When we got bounced out of the second round, the Sixers. This was when we had been before the Hawks year. I forgot what year that was. Before that year. We was talking about how we needed. Oh, it was the year this year they won a ring. We was talking about how, oh man, we wish we had somebody like Spicy P. We need Spicy P in Philly. I ain't saying you said it, but that was the talk amongst Philly, and everybody's like, oh, we need Spicy P back. People knew Spicy P was like that, bro. They've been talking about Spicy P for a long time, bro. I knew Spicy P was like that. VanVleet, they've been trying to give me I don't know. You remember when D Rose was on Chicago? How they talked about that team? I feel like they talked about the Raptors that way. They was just like, oh, they can't get over the hump. So when Kawhi went over there, they like, oh, they ready. That's how I feel. I don't feel like they like one player away from a ring. Not a Giannis away from a ring. I think they need Giannis and somebody.
I think in the East, when you got Giannis with his championship prowess, you got R.J. Barrett and Scotty Barnes, and you add a couple shooters into that mix, you got a potential championship team. Because as long as you have a complete team, like you're looking at with Indiana. Indiana doesn't have all those extra superstars. They're not all souped up. You just need a complete team. Toronto having Giannis would be a complete team. Because when you look at that starting five, you're going to see Jakob Poeltl putting up numbers. Fuck what you heard. Go and look up his numbers. Jakob Poeltl putting up numbers. He hitting that shot out from the three, and he rebounding. Then you got Scotty Barnes who can put up a double. He can. And he wants to. He says he wants to pass. He wants to give off the passes and everything. You got R.J. Barrett who stepped up his game last year, who brought his game to a new level. You got Grady who out there is doing his thing. He hitting that shot. You got a good team. I'm not gonna lie. Toronto was actually doing well before they ended up losing towards the end of the year. They just couldn't make it into the play-in. They almost did though. You know what I mean?
They ain't getting nowhere. Giannis go over there. He's gonna be doing some more losing. He might as well stay in Milwaukee for all that. You got Dame over there. You might as well make it work with Dame for all that.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I think Giannis going to Toronto would be a good job.
All right, because
Scotty really want to win.
It's Giannis' fault that they're not winning.
I don't think so.
Because he don't know how to set a screen. So it's his fault that Dame can't play pick and roll with him because he don't know how to set a screen. So if you learn how to set a screen, this will alleviate all y'all problems. Giannis, sit down and set the screen. Wait for somebody to bump you. He's so used to Chris Middleton just working with that bullshit that he think he don't gotta change. Cause Chris Middleton don't care. He don't set a pick, he gets shifty a little bit and then he just give it to Giannis. You feel what I'm saying? Dame don't want to give it to Giannis. Dame want to shoot, so he needs a real pick. That's why
Giannis would look perfect in Toronto because Brandon getting traded. He's going to Milwaukee. You trade in Brandon Ingram and Emmanuel Quickly to Milwaukee and a draft pick for Giannis. Probably 3 draft picks. But yeah, you trade. Yeah, I mean, and probably another player for you might be trading one of them guards off the bench.
Yeah, you might have to, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
So you saying Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett, and Giannis ring?
I'm saying this is the starting five, and we can look up like the numbers of what they're averaging and things of that nature. But when you look at their starting five, you're gonna have Jakob Poeltl at the 5. You're gonna have Giannis at the 4. You're gonna have Scotty at the 3, Grady at the 2, and then you could bring in RJ at the 1.
RJ at the 1? Oh yeah, let's go. Knicks at 4. RJ at the 1.
RJ was playing at the 1 last year.
OG locking that up.
RJ, when they played at the 1, RJ actually was able to get the team to play at a higher level. They actually was able to get a couple wins out of RJ being at the 1. He just happened to go down with an injury, and that's when they lost. No.
One turnover city.
Nah, I don't think so.
Derek White will lock him up.
I think R.J. Barrett has improved his offense a little bit better.
Yeah, Evan Mobley improved though, type situation. When Evan Mobley improved, then maybe we talking about something.
Bro, Toronto, their games don't come on TV. If you watch RJ Barrett, he's a better player.
RJ Barrett. I feel he definitely better than what he was at the Knicks.
Cause you got,
but I also feel like the fact
you got
that
the Knicks ain't
believe in him.
Cause you gotta understand, so Cleveland wasn't shit until Donovan Mitchell got over there, for real.
And Evan Mobley actually took a big
he took it up a big leap too, and that's what I'm saying. When you bring in those type of players, like they brought in Donovan Mitchell over there, like they brought in Kawhi over when they had Toronto, like when you do for certain teams, it gives the team life because they might have potential, but they might not know how to carry the team. Like for Shea, you really think OKC is this good without Shea?
No, not this good without Shea. This is historically
this good without Shea.
This good.
You needed Shea to come in with his superstar prowess and be able. And he rose to that. He wasn't always that. He rose to that. Sure. You know what I mean? Rose to that. So when you see him rose to that, now you see you like, yo, he really carried this team to they the number one jaw in the jaw. Donovan Mitchell did the same shit. He was with Utah. He rose them. He got them to a certain jaw. Then he left. He's like, all right, we're going to go to Cleveland. Cleveland was struggling. Then he's like, all right, we're going to get y'all up there. Got them into the playoffs. Then he ended up getting them to the first seed. That's what you need sometimes. You need somebody who's able to carry a team, who's able to come in and win on a certain level. And Giannis is that player. Giannis is a generational player, generational talent, former MVP, top 5 player in the league right now, hands down. We already know that. You know what I mean? On both ends at that.
He need help. And I don't think RJ going to help him. RJ been in the league for a long time.
Yeah. And if not, you get RJ out of there. Yet, if
you said they're gonna rearrange the team, I'm with it.
They might have
to rearrange.
They might.
I thought you was just saying we just add Giannis to this team that we got right here, and we going.
I think adding Giannis to Toronto is an ideal fit when you think of the mindset of Giannis, because Giannis want to go somewhere where he is the star and he's running the ship.
He could play on the Rockets. I feel like the Rockets need.
They're not gonna. It's too many. It's too many.
They just need offense.
They do. Yet it's too many players over there that he don't want. Giannis one of them dudes like. He want to build his own joint. He don't want to join nobody. He don't want to. He going to Toronto because he know they ain't shit. That's why he going there. He like, I want to go there because I want to be the reason why they win. That's Giannis. Giannis one of them. That's why I'm like.
That's why he losing.
Yeah,
that's not gonna work.
It's not. Yeah,
complete teams like you were just saying.
Yeah,
like we was just saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna work.
We not in the era. We in the era of complete teams now.
We didn't know. We didn't know Halliburton was this good. We didn't know.
We did. Everybody said he was overrated. That was the players who said that. That wasn't us who said it.
When he got traded from Sacramento over to Indiana, we didn't know Halliburton was going to be this good. The same way we didn't know Jalen Brunson was going to be this good when he got traded over from Dallas.
I mean, maybe y'all did.
We knew Jalen Brunson was good. We didn't know he was this good.
Did y'all watch him?
I was watching.
Luka.
I was watching
2 rounds because Luka was hurt.
Because Luka was hurt. Yeah, I was watching.
He won those games by himself.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah,
I watched them. Yeah, I wanted him to stay.
We didn't understand.
I mean, Kyrie was. We got Kyrie, so I was like, oh, all right.
Right.
I mean,
right.
If it wasn't Kyrie, been very upset. I would have been very upset.
Right.
I was like, why didn't you just pay my man? But I don't know, I don't know. I feel like these players, you can see it from them, not as far as like. Early, but you can sense it. You like, all right, if we put Tyrese on a good team, they can do something. If we put JB on a good team with itself, that's why they paid him that much money, and that's why Dallas, tried to keep him for less because they wanted to pair him with the starter they already had. But they like this man could really hold down the whole team, and and he did. He could really hold down the whole team. I don't see that from nobody on the Raptors right now.
Nobody on the Raptors. I think.
I think they all like.
I think.
The ceiling for all these guys, I feel like is. A number 3 option.
Absolutely,
and he need a number 2 option.
That's why you're bringing in the number 1.
But he need a number
Scotty
2.
Barnes. Scotty Barnes is gonna be a good number 2. He gonna grow. He gonna grow into it, bro.
Y'all not selling me on Scotty Barnes.
I'm going with that.
You one of them Scotty Barnes boys, bro. Y'all been trying to sell me on the Scotty Barnes for years. Not just you. People trying to sell me on the Scotty Barnes, bro. I don't know, bro. I just don't see it.
I think I don't. You don't
Maybe
need.
I just don't see Toronto, bro. I don't know.
Toronto would be a good joint. You're not seeing the picture for real. Look, you got a 6'6", point guard. You got a 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" small forward. You got a 6'7" shooting guard with Grady. You got Giannis at the 6'11". You got Jakob at 7'1", 7'2". You got a huge team. Now it's easier to play defense. It's easier to spread the floor. It's easier to see over the floor. It's easier to make plays. It's a great joint. If he was to go there, I'm just saying it's hypothetical because we don't know.
Bro, we playing them.
We don't know where they're gonna go.
Gonna go. But I'm saying some of these players get played off the floor in the playoffs.
I'm just saying, like, I don't see it.
Some of these players gonna be.
I don't see it. You know how certain teams, like, if they would have got DeMarcus Cousins to the playoffs, if you'd have got certain players or certain teams to the playoffs, they would have made some noise. I believe that
this team would be. You think Toronto not winning because of health?
Would you say health?
Because all right. So to rewind, you said like teams like New Orleans when they had Cousins in them, and I'm like, the only reason Cousins in them ain't win is because of health. You think Toronto?
Cousins ain't winning. Cousins ain't winning because Cousins is playing for a terrible organization.
That too, but they had a team that could have won despite that if they would have stayed healthy. And I feel like the only reason they didn't win is because they didn't stay healthy.
And I'm talking about Sacramento. I ain't even talking about.
Oh, you talking about Sacramento?
New Orleans. I'm talking about Sacramento because he almost made it to the playoffs with Sacramento when they had Rondo. And wasn't doing that, at the same point in time, it's like you have.
That's how I feel about Toronto.
You have the because look.
They're not the Pacers.
They not yet. I see the potential in their team. The same way.
Detroit. You think they got as much upside as Detroit?
Potentially, yeah, absolutely, potentially. Oof. Especially after you add these draft picks and stuff like yeah.
We'll see what they do with these draft picks. Yeah. Scotty like that. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I know they putting up numbers, but they be putting up numbers on these bum teams. Like I apologize if I got any Toronto Raptors fans watching right now. I apologize.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Toronto is a good team. It's just they don't. People
are okay team.
If you really see if you really pay attention, if you really pay attention to the league, it's business. It's a narrative.
For sure.
Toronto is not a sexy market right now. They have no superstar. They have nothing. So when Giannis, if he decides to go there, all of that changes. Now Toronto is one of the top 5 in the East.
That's how they're going to play it. But I'm telling you, when them playoffs come, bro, it is not going to be like that, bro. All these players going to get locked up, bro. There's some real
Look at Boston and look at these teams that we seen.
Because they were sleeping on New York. They hire OG. They hire guns. They hire some assassins. They was like, yo, go get OG. Go get Mikal Bridges, and we're gonna lock them boys up. We're gonna put them boys in jail.
That's cool. You get Giannis to Toronto, and then maybe bring in Jordan Poole.
We locking that Giannis stuff up too. Giannis gonna score 25.
You get Giannis to Toronto.
36 to 25. We locking that up.
Get Giannis to Toronto. Bring in Jordan Poole or somebody else that can help supplement the offense.
I like Jordan Poole. You talking about Jordan Poole? See, that's my guy.
That's what I'm saying.
You can win something with Jordan Poole and
Giannis.
He don't need no pick. That boy get busy. You know what I'm saying?
See now. All right, so now you kind of seeing the bit. That's what I'm saying.
Man, Jordan Poole over here, dog.
Cause you gotta look at Toronto like you gotta look at Toronto like a canvas. It's like, all right, this is what they got on the canvas so far. Okay, that's cool. None of those pieces are like untouchable though. So if I get there, I can move any of those pieces around. So
if you're gonna build a team, you're gonna try. But I feel like
I think he could get it done.
I want to ask you this: you feel like we in an era where because KD couldn't do it,
and Drew Holiday is leaving too. Drew Holiday and what's called is leaving. So expect Drew Holiday and Derek White is leaving. So expect those pieces to be on the move, and they could be depending on where Giannis go. Just watch. Just watch.
I don't think you can make a team no more like a superstar make a team no more. I think that team really got to be built.
People gonna go where it makes sense for them to play at.
So I feel like if Giannis go build a team, you think it could work in today's NBA? Like how Bron used to build his teams. He used to go get people from free agency, trade all the young players, get me my veterans and whatever people I can play with, and we're gonna go win a ring. 8 straight finals. Can Giannis do something like that? Because I feel like KD tried that twice and failed. And I feel like the Clippers tried that and failed, and they had to go with more of a built team as well, like that fit more well together. You feel what I'm saying? You see the Rockets got number 2. That's a built team, homegrown team. You got OKC, homegrown team. Even the Pacers, they really built around Tyrese Haliburton. They added a couple pieces, but that's really like they built that team. So like, do you think a star today can go to a new organization in the middle of their career, the prime of their career, and rebuild a team kind of like through free agency and be successful?
When you talk about those players, Yeah, there are certain superstars who have tried and have not succeeded, and I can see why. Honestly, because of the type of game that they have and the type of system that they were joining. When I think about Giannis, though, Giannis is one of the most unstoppable, dominant players in the game. Like when he gets to he's getting to the basket. There is no stopping him from getting to the basket. He's getting to the basket. So when on defense, he's going to be relentless as well. So when I think about that, him going to a team, he's automatically shifting that team from if they were. He is on some like LeBron type level when it comes to that. Like when LeBron decided to go back to Cleveland or decided to go to certain teams, and they just the whole shit switched around. That when when Giannis leaves Milwaukee, you're gonna feel the shift. You're gonna feel the shift. Milwaukee will be out of the playoff picture for sure. And once he leaves, depending on where he goes, that new team will then be in the playoff picture. That is how much Giannis brings to the table. So when we name superstars, Giannis is in that bracket of dominant superstars that can absolutely carry a team that high.
Go to the Bulls.
That would be nice too. I like him with Kobe White and them. That would be nice too. But I don't see that. But I like him. I like that.
When he run the floor, John gonna get him the ball.
Giannis just one of them eccentric niggas though. He remind me of somebody that's gonna go to Yusai Mujiri is the African guy, and Giannis is African, and you go up to Toronto, you move out of the United States, and now you go back to being this foreigner that you already are anyway. And it's like Giannis has that kind of that attitude and nature to him. He don't really fit in with all of the natural superstars of the NBA and shit like that. That's not really his memoir. He don't want to play with them. He don't want to be on the same team with them. He already said it on the record several times. He don't want to win with none of them. He wants to beat them. And the only way to really do that is to go to a market where you can have full control of the market, and you can make the decisions on who gets traded, who comes in, all of that stuff like that. Not saying he got full control. Yeah, at the same point in time, he has a huge influence. So he can talk to Masai is one of his friends. So he could come in and be like, hey, Masai, I don't like this guy. Can we trade him and then get somebody who they really want?
Yeah, that's how the coach got fired.
Like how when they brought in Drew Holiday and won the championship. So like I said, it's a joint. Just look out for that. And it could be Brooklyn. I don't think it'll be Brooklyn.
You know why I see Brooklyn more than any of these teams? Because he said he wanted to be in a big market. And he might not join New York because he probably feel like New York already got something built over there.
Toronto is a big market. Toronto has a whole country behind them. They're a huge market when you really think about it. They're not a United States market. They're a huge market, though. Thanks to Drake and all of that. Yeah, they're a huge market. Huge market, bro. Huge market. I'm just saying.
That's why the road is left. We know what's going on, bro. You rather be in Sacramento? Yeah. Get me out of Canada. Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, Giannis probably don't care because he's not from America. You know what I'm saying? But if you want big bucks, go to Brooklyn, bro. New York, Brooklyn ain't have a good team ever.
I don't got Brooklyn getting them.
I don't either.
They're
a terrible organization.
I think Toronto has a way better shot at it. And it makes sense though. I'm not gonna lie. Like on a management, on a basketball, like just trying to run organization type time, it make a lot of sense for them to go there.
Brooklyn, the same thing you talking about in Toronto, you got the same thing in Brooklyn. Even blanker canvas. All these people out.
The management in Brooklyn sucks.
Terrible.
Yeah, so that's why Toronto would be the option.
Terrible. Pretty terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it would be terrible for the NBA if you on the Raptors. Like you said, those games only be on TV. It's bad that he on Milwaukee.
They gonna be on TV when
they on Milwaukee.
They gonna be on TV when he go.
NBA TV.
They gonna be on TV when Giannis go. They gonna be on TNT.
No, they gonna be on True TV. The system that
way. No, they gonna be on TNT when Giannis go to the Raptors.
On CBT now, bro. They be putting him on the NBA TV, bro.
It depends on who he playing. You know, if he play the Warriors that night, he might go on TNT.
NBA TV and the Warriors be mad. It's like we don't do this NBA TV stuff. What we on NBA TV for?
So
they doing the same way as the Minnesota.
So speaking of Minnesota, well, not Minnesota, but just people being disgruntled about certain things, right? Do you think that the NBA draft is rigged?
Oh yeah, y'all heard me, bro. It's the fix was in.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did this one.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did this one, but it's not on me to know. You feel what I'm saying? Just like WWE, you don't know how everything happened, how everything shake out, but you just know certain stuff push certain ways.
Right.
Come on, bro. Number one, Number one. All right, Dallas trade the former number one pick and Luka Doncic.
Right.
Terrible reaction. This is like marketing in real time. Terrible reaction. We see that the fan base not happy. Not only do we see the fan base not happy, but y'all can really lose this fan base. Like they calling for selling.
Right.
They calling for like Dallas want to relocate.
Right.
Like they like wherever y'all move, we move with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? We don't even want to be here type situation. How we gonna save this? Why not give them Page backers and the number one pick? WNBA and NBA double win. They got 2 number one picks. But y'all not putting the WNBA as if that's not even part of it. That's also part of it. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? That's the other organization. You feel me? So you got SmackDown and you got Raw. You feel what I'm saying? Back in my day, everybody used to watch Raw. You feel what I'm saying? They used to have the one with the best wrestlers on there.
They did.
The best storylines.
Until they sent The Rock to SmackDown.
Yeah, then they sent The Rock to SmackDown. I was hyped. You feel what I'm saying? SmackDown came on at the time I could actually watch TV.
Because if you smack.
But, you feel what I'm saying? SmackDown, that was like the B-side. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was, for sure.
That's kind of how WNBA is. You feel what I'm saying? They're going to work out some of the storylines over here.
No, it ain't. The WNBA is like the NXT or like it was like the show that came on Tuesday that ain't nobody watch.
Caitlyn and we got Paige. Watch how this going to switch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, no.
We SmackDown now, y'all. We moved up in the
with the new girl that's coming in.
We got Juju Watkins about to come.
Juju, yeah, she good.
Ooh, bro, listen. We might have some ball in it. Hold on, bro.
Yeah. Caitlyn like that. I ain't gonna lie, she like that.
Bro, Paige like that too.
Yeah, I've been hearing. I gotta watch that game.
I've been watching Paige since she was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I don't watch men's college basketball, but I do watch women's college basketball.
That's hilarious.
I know, it is hilarious.
But
it's better basketball because they still.
That's even more hilarious.
Bro, it is better basketball, bro. And maybe this may be another video, but I just feel like when it comes to men's basketball, bro. First of all, the shot clock is too long. The shot clock is way too long. And you know, because it's way too long, they do all these BS actions on the court. Where most of the time, bro, high screen pick and roll, you already know how I'm rocking, bro. High screen pick and roll, move out the way. Let me get downhill, bro. Y'all got some of the best players in the world. But y'all want to run through a system. Bro, no, it's not boring. This little swing. Boring. Why you do it? Nah, bro. Cooper Flag would have been crazy, bro, if they said...
Ain't nobody doing what Cooper doing in the WNBA.
Not WNBA.
I was about to say. Caitlin Clark nice. She nice. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't dunking, but she nice.
I'm just saying the action on the court is better in the WNBA and women's college basketball.
It's cleaner.
Because it's more...
It's cleaner.
No, it's more one-on-one. It's more like I'm about to go ahead and... ball you up, bro.
Like when you see it, it's cleaner. Like when you watch it, it's a cleaner game. It's not as many fouls. It's not as many messed up plays. Like you said, the ladies are more organized. They ready to make a shot and get
because there's not so many actions. They're not running 50 actions in one play. They like, bro, run these 2 actions. If this one action don't work, run this one. If that one don't work, run the other one.
It's more of a the coach is more of the star too in a way because they got
the star.
Right, because they're getting ran off screens and all that. Whereas like the NBA is like, you know, it's athleticism. You got somebody and they take to the basket.
Utilize that.
You know what I mean?
So we gotta utilize that. We gotta prioritize that.
Yeah.
But not in college. They got Michael Jordan playing like a scrub.
I mean, in college basketball, the game that you describing is the game that they play in college basketball. They
playing European ball in college basketball.
Now they are because of the way that the game is being revolutionized because it's going towards Europe. The best players in the league are European.
They doing this. They doing all these actions, all these extra actions. Oh, I'm gonna run this little pin down screen over here. We're gonna run flex down here, and we're gonna run horns all in the same set.
You got every big man wants to shoot threes. You got everybody wants to handle the ball. So it's like, yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like, we're gonna put you here, bro, because you think you can do everything. I get it, because they kids, so you want to put them somewhere. I get it. I just don't like it. That's all.
Yeah, I feel you.
I just don't like it. I feel like there's some players you don't have to do that with, and it don't matter what player it is. It's the program, so you gotta do with the program.
Oh shit! I want $1 billion in my bank account. I don't
That's
like.
why
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't have it.
You feel me? He said, skipped it. I don't even know what college. They can hoop now. I mean, they get bread now. That's why they staying.
Yeah.
They staying now.
Yeah.
Which was, I guess that's what they wanted. They wanted the kids to stay more. So they was like, you know, pay them. Right. And I guess it worked. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like college game messed up, bro. I ain't get what you got. You feel me? So you got to see Kemba Walker and all them, bro. Bro, I got Anthony Davis. Bro, Kemba Walker with the shot. And, that joint on commercials to this day.
Kemba was cool. I like John Wall, and I like
Not Kemba,
the Zion Williamson and with RJ and all of them. That was a good team. I like seeing it was a lot of good teams.
I like Anthony Davis, Austin Rivers.
Anthony Davis, Austin Rivers was good. Even Jahlil Okafor and what's calling was better than that. I ain't gonna lie. Jahlil Okafor and who was it? Tyus Jones, and all of them when they won the championship that year. That was a good joint. I ain't gonna. That's when people thought Jahlil was their boy. That's because he beat Karl Anthony Towns. That's when they thought he beat Karl Anthony Towns and Devin Booker and all of them.
Outlasted him.
Yeah, they thought he was gonna be that boy, but Karl Anthony Towns. You see. Yeah, D'Angelo. No, that was on. They was on the same high school. No, hold up. No, D'Angelo played for Ohio State. D'Angelo was a Buckeye. He wanted to run his own offense like Trey Young. He wanted. That's how a lot of point guards when they're good like that at running offense, they always normally want to go to a team where they can run the whole thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
So the draft is rigged. So you think? Definitely.
Not the lottery.
The draft lottery is rigged.
Now the draft, that's real. They be messing that joint up in real time.
Yeah.
For sure. You need that though. You need the human element. Yeah. We're gonna give you the first pick. Now what you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You gonna trade it? You gonna actually do the right thing and get Cooper Flag? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I think that's real. Yeah.
I feel like that's the point where you like, all right, this the like human element. You won't let things play out this time, but we can definitely nudge stuff the right way. You feel me? They veto trades and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's so many trades that get canceled that we have no idea that got canceled.
No.
And that's probably where these rumors come from.
Remember the Chris Paul and Kobe
Y'all,
Bryant
I was just
trade?
about to bring that joint up, bro.
Yeah.
They vetoed that joint. Yeah. Or even with the how Paul Gasol got over to the Lakers.
Not gonna lie.
We just gave him away. Like, go ahead, take him. Yeah. Who gave him away? Jerry West. Oh wow.
That year, they traded Chris Paul to, I forgot where they traded Chris Paul to. They traded him somewhere to the L.A. to the Clippers.
To the Clippers, yeah. And, he was trying to get to the other L.A.
And then they end up giving Anthony Davis. They gave New Orleans the #1 pick to get Anthony Davis.
And the number 10 pick.
Yeah, and the number 10 pick. Yeah, they rewarded that. I mean.
They do. If they mess your team up for the narrative of the NBA,
and it really is for the narrative.
They will try to look out and give you some players because they know they're trying to get it where all the teams make money.
So I think we should just start looking at that from now on, potentially.
Like that.
Once we get close to drafts and things of that nature, we should start looking at all right, who just got traded? Who just got traded that it don't make no sense for them to get traded, and then start building a case upon that.
Or you can always look at it this way. This is how I look at it. What's good for the NBA historically?
Yeah. The Lakers and the Celtics.
So the Lakers needed a star.
Yeah.
Brian was on his way out.
Yeah.
It was looking bad. We seen what it looked like without Kobe.
Yeah.
Brian saved us because he went over to LA. He saved the league.
Right.
Doing something like that. And then bringing his son over sparked a little interest over there. But they already see that the Bronny thing not going to really work out. You feel what I'm saying? He not the starter as Pop is. Mm-hmm. What we going to do? All right, boom. If they wasn't going to get Luka, they probably would have got. They would have had to go through. They couldn't do this, but the next generational player probably went to LA.
Absolutely. I mean, the Lakers and the Celtics they're iconic franchises that they've always had the NBA's right hand.
So always. Now you got it where
they got the most championships. They got the most everything.
The Lakers got a chance to, if one or two moves, things shake their way, they can get to the finals next year if they get the right team around these two guys.
They get some good shooters and some defense. Yeah, they good.
Boston, barring JT health, got a chance to get back to the finals next year.
Nah.
They got a chance. I'm not saying that they will. I think they got a chance. You know what I'm saying? They may not be favorites or whatever. They can have a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's not crazy for us to be like, oh, Boston back in the finals.
We know, but it's not crazy, yet we know they're not going back to the finals. We know they're not going this year.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying it's not, it's in the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, it could. Stranger things have happened.
Referee calls, it could definitely happen.
Stranger things have happened.
So I'll say that to say we could potentially match it up where we'll get some Celtics Lakers championships and final appearances.
Possibly.
That could possibly happen. They're just both good enough. Yeah. They both in the hunt where we can possibly get that, and not only that, but when we match up.
Oh yeah, it's
when we match up in the regular season, we can.
I would say 20. I would say like 2028, 2027, something like that.
So like it could happen, right? And we're not saying it's going to happen in America. We're just saying stuff like that could happen, right?
Yeah.
We're bringing the Detroit back. We're bringing the Knicks back.
Yeah.
The Eastern Conference got some of these old Eastern Conference matches. So when I look at stuff like that, I'm looking like, all right, so what are some of the old school teams that we've seen kind of make appearances that they kind of want to bring back? They're trying to sell jerseys. They're trying to sell merch. The best way to do that is sell the old retro stuff and the new stuff at the same time. So we're going to bring Phoenix Suns. We got to be the next one we got to bring back.
I said it at the beginning of this segment. Nike and Jordan.
For real.
They've been doing great this year.
Great. So now we got to find ways to bring certain teams back to make it look good.
Shit, the Black Cat Jordan 4s come out in Thanksgiving. They're Thanksgiving.
Bulls another team too that I'm thinking like, all right, I'm gonna look out for the Bulls and see what happens.
The Bulls gonna get the number one. They're gonna get the number one draft pick in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, because they're about to blow this team up. Yeah. They're gonna probably try to
Trey Lonzo, get rid of Vucevic, get rid of certain pieces, and then start bringing in some
new stuff.
You got Buzelis, you got Giddey, you got Kobe White. You know, you going.
So they're gonna try to build around them.
Yeah.
Who knows what happens over there? Maybe a big star land over
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at Chicago to get a high round draft pick next year. I'm looking at them to potentially get one of the Boozer brother. The Boozer brother would look really good there. What's his name? Cameron Boozer. Cameron Boozer, he will be playing for Duke next year. He'll be one of the top draft picks in the NBA draft, I believe. Carlos Boozer's son. Carlos Boozer has two sons in the going to the NBA who's about to both play for Duke. Caden and Carlos. Cameron. Cameron and Caden. Cameron he's a problem. He's 6'9", 6'10". He can do everything.
His brother short.
His brother like 6'4", point guard. Yeah,
not short, but short.
Yeah, he's shorter than him. Yeah. So they about to go into the league, and I can see Cameron definitely being a problem with Chicago. Like I can see Chicago drafting him. He could be like a next Paolo Banchero. That's pretty much how
man, bro. I fuck with Paolo, bro. That's my dog, bro.
I mean, you got another Duke power forward. You know what I mean? So
I might watch college basketball next year. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try.
It's gonna be good next year. AJ DeBansa,
bro. Just
look out. Just look him up. Did you hear about him? AJ DeBansa? No. He might be like T-Mac. Look him up. He like 6'9", 6 bro.
Y'all be saying some crazy stuff, bro.
Bro, look him up. No, seriously. He was with Kevin Durant. He didn't bro. He trained.
T-Mac is crazy, bro.
He training with the NBA players right now. I'm telling you, look him up.
T-Mac America.
Bro, look him up. The number one high school player in the country right now, AJ DeBansa.
I can see it right now.
AJ DeBansa.
I'm gonna be 50 years old, bro, and my child gonna walk in and be, he's the next LeBron. I'm gonna lose my damn line. I'm telling you. Get off my lawn. I already know. And I gotta say T-Mac. I can't even say Jason Tatum. I gotta say T-Mac because of that athleticism. He gonna see when he watch him. And you gonna see the length and the athleticism. He gonna see. I got you. All right, I think that much wraps it up. You feel what I'm saying? We really did a deep dive into the draft. You feel what I'm saying? So don't say I don't cover the draft because I know that's what y'all be saying. I cover the draft. You feel what I'm saying? I got somebody here who specializes in it. He came and gave y'all the drop. He gave y'all the information so y'all know what to look for in the draft. Y'all know what to look for. We dived into the Sixers. Y'all know the home team. I might have to bring you back for some more Sixers off-season talk. You feel what we can do to better the team, you feel what I'm saying? Because me and Mike had a meltdown here last week. We almost cried. We talking about we ain't never seen a good Sixers team, you feel what I'm saying? Just like I was telling you, bro, Tyler Daniel there, Andrew Bynum. It's been rough, bro. It's been rough since my man AI left, bro. And I was like, yay high when AI was here. So I didn't really get the, I felt it. I was here. I was around. I was seeing it. You feel what I'm saying? But I wasn't really, I wanted a team that I could be like, yo, I watched this team start to finish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just around.
Right.
It was just on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. AI team wasn't a good team. It was AI was excellent. AI was excellent. That team was not.
So I need something. I need some life. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And we was talking about how nobody in the city rock with the Sixers. Right. So when the parade happened, you feel what I'm saying? You invited, but everybody else is not invited.
He said I'm invited.
Invited, bro, but everybody else is not invited, bro.
I mean, we still title town. You know what I mean? Yeah, we still title town.
That's how I feel. You know, that's how everybody else feel. That's not how I feel. You feel what I'm saying? This is my sport. I'm not winning my sport. I appreciate I appreciate the Phillies.
NFL.
And I appreciate the Eagles because they win. You feel what I'm saying? And the Sixers, bro, just give me one, bro. Just give me one so I can pop it, bro. I just want to go outside and pop it. Like, y'all wasn't watching the Sixers.
We on the way.
We on the way, though.
We on the way.
So other than that, thanks for kicking it with us. Don't forget to check out that last episode where I was talking about the postseason. I might be here tomorrow. I'm probably going to be here tomorrow to talk to you about the rest of the round 2 because it's probably over by tomorrow. Definitely this weekend is going to be over. So,
right.
A lot of teams already went home. I'll talk to y'all about that. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night and watch it.
Yeah, show them how we do it. You already know that money talk real fluent. We don't gotta prove it, got these niggas looking clueless. I got JC on the beat and I got him going stupid. I say, ooh, yeah, show them how we do it. You already know that money talk real fluent. We don't gotta prove it, got these niggas looking clueless. I got JC on the beat and I got him going stupid. I said, ooh, damn, it's the flow for me. Man, I'm burning up the booth, it's like 100 degrees. Man, I'm like 100.